Morning. Well, it is here anyway, while I'm shooting this. Gonna cook something a bit special today. And I know I've said that a few times, but this is up there. See, told you. Meat matters, bone-in ribeye, 900 grams, ex-dairy beef. I've wanted one of these for so long. And today we're gonna cook it. So I'm a huge fan of bone-in ribeyes because I like the reverse sear method. It just seems to work. As you know, I love ex-dairy beef now. I've been converted. So combining the two is just a match made in heaven. Oh my God. That is immaculately trimmed. Oh, look what we've got. We've got, it might not show on camera, but we've got a very, very dark maroon red with immense marbling everywhere. The whole, every single direction is just lots and lots and lots of intermuscular fat. And then you've got not too much of an outer fat cap as well. That's superbly butchered. And I'm not a butcher, but that looks superbly butchered. So we're going to dry the surface of this. Didn't really need much drying that one, to be honest. I'm going to get some sea salt. So we'll give it a little bit of olive oil. So we'll give it a healthy coating of sea salt. I'm going to do it slightly different to last time. Last time I put a salt and pepper rub all over this steak. While it worked out amazingly, I'm going to do something I did years ago. I remember years ago I cooked a big Cote de Boeuf. I just did something slightly different with the seasoning, if you like. And I just remember it working out extremely well, so it might not make any difference, but we're going to give it a go today. So that is our extremely thick bone-in ribeye, completely covered, both sides in sea salt. What we're going to do is going to put that in the fridge. I should have put that in the fridge last night, but I forgot. So it's currently 9 AM and that's going in the fridge till roughly mid-afternoon. So that'll give it a good chance to dry brine before we cook it anyway. So see you then. Hello, my pretty. The dog is rightly so eyeballing me. This hunk of chunk of meat. Oh, God. Is it wrong that I appreciate the smell of raw meat so much? This is going to sit out room temperature now. Going to get the barbecue lit, going to get it to temperature. Probably going to take about 30 to 40 minutes for me to set everything up. This should be nicely at room temperature by then. I think in my last video I said I was running dangerously low on the lumpwood charcoal. I've got plenty of briquettes. I went to Alfresco Chapel up in Chorley to get some more charcoal. And they didn't have ACH 15, which I got last time, which is just a 15 kilo bag of Big K. But this stuff, this Jura stuff, Adam assured me it's exactly the same, just a smaller bag and a durable bag. So that's what we're cooking on today. There's a lot of discussion online, on social media about lumpwood, size of chunks in lumpwood bags. I don't know whether I'm just extremely lucky, but this bag of Big K is full of what looks like perfect sized chunks. See, just nice half a fist sized chunks. Doesn't come much more uniform than that, does it? So we're gonna chuck some oak chunks on there, allow some of these coals to get lit and set a nice low temperature, and then we're off. Weather is grim outside today. Wind's picking up, forecast reckons it's gonna bucket down soon, so this might be a bit of a challenge. We've got the charcoal lit in a small area to keep the temperature low. I've put the bottom vent on the smoke setting, top vent very closed, if you can call it that. We're aiming for, I don't know, 130, 140, maybe 150 Celsius max, just to give this steak a nice a nice soft, slow, indirect cook for, I don't know, 40 minutes maybe. Depends how long the meter says it'll take. And then once we get it up to a certain temperature, we'll get it on the hot coals and sear the crap out of it. So we'll get that meter probe in now. Set up our cook. That's a big hunk of beef. Let's call it a tomahawk. Charcoal grill. I've never seen those bits before. Gas grill, air fryer, smoker. Anyway, charcoal grill. I'm going to set this at 48 Celsius. Start cook. Done. So we're going to get that on the indirect side. Take all that lovely smoke and take it off when it's done. So I mentioned I was going to do something a little bit different regarding the seasoning this time. And it's because last time I did a bone-in ribeye, a tomahawk, I followed the trend of putting a salt and pepper type rub before I grilled it, before I even smoked it or anything. But what I did years ago, and I remember doing it vividly, I dry brined the steak, which I've done this time, and then put it on the grill, indirect, with no seasoning on it whatsoever. The only seasoning that's got is the salt that's sunk into the meat. When I take it off after the indirect cook to rest before searing, I then put salt and pepper on it. So the salt and pepper is on there for the sear, not the indirect cook. It worked really well last time, so let's see how it goes. And the sky is absolutely black outside. It's trying to rain. This is going to be grim. It's raining. Okay. So what we're going to do is let that rest, get the barbecue up to a higher temperature, and then sear it. Look at that fat there. We take that meter out. So while this is resting, I'm now going to apply plenty of salt and pepper. Apologies about the light. This is what happens when you cook in the autumn. Don't worry about over salting it. Any salt that doesn't want to stick to the meat will simply just fall off as soon as you put it back on the grill. Look at that. Yeah. Right, we'll just wait for the barbecue to get up to temperature now, and then we're going to kick its ass. Temperature's currently at 600 Fahrenheit, which is 350 Celsius-ish. I mean, look at that. How amazing does that look? You just sit there, my pretty. Sheesh. And naturally, when you point the fat side down towards the flame, it's gonna flame up pretty bad. But you want to get that fat nice and rendered. Just keep it moving and it won't be too ferocious. Just gonna put it there and get me Thermapen, see what it's at. You might notice I don't often go for specific exact internal temperatures, but I'm aiming for pulling off about 58 so that it rests up to 60-ish, because I like a medium ribeye. That's 52, 49, 52, so we've got a bit of wiggle room here. Get on there, old girl. It's starting to rain again. 57, 54, 60. So it's different temperatures all over the place, which there's not a lot you can do about that. Right, I reckon we're done on that. Bring it inside, rest it, slice it, smash it, and just in time because it's raining. So now that the light is potentially even worse, we'll cut into it and see what we've got. Juicy, juicy. Oh, I can see the shadow of a fly. Oh yeah. Ex-dairy beef is always ridiculously juicy. I've had some good steaks that aren't ex-dairy before, but these are proper mouth-watering stuff. Look at that. This light probably isn't doing it any justice whatsoever, but that is looking pretty bloody good, man. Right, we're all sliced up now. Get some smoked salt on it from Tubby Toms. Hickory smoked salt. Someone did comment on one of my videos once saying you need to get yourself a studio light. I think you might be right. This is obviously a proper weird light, but you're just gonna have to put up with it. Oh my God. I'm glad I stuck to what I thought about the seasoning. Oh, the depth of flavour to that is unbelievable. When it says beef released on Meat Matters social pages, don't be too quick to order because I'm sticking 1 or 2 of them in the freezer. 100%. That is potentially one of the best steaks we've had. We're going to smash this now, so I'll see you in the next video. This is the best bit apparently.